Miriam, hello.
Hi, Max.
We're just waiting for all the social media to kick in. I've got a bank of lights behind us, and sometimes they're a bit fractious as to when they all kick in. So before we start properly, I've got a very, very difficult question to ask you. Miriam, I was thinking about this earlier. Am I really going to ask you this question, knowing what you do? I'm just going to ask it. Miriam, what's your favorite fresh produce?
Oh gosh, that's hard. You know, we love it all in this house, but I grew up in New Jersey, and so I was spoiled to have a lot of fresh blueberries growing up. And of course, no matter where you are in the world, you can get an amazing blueberry, especially thanks to our members. So sorry for anybody who's another
No,
commodity. I love
no,
it all, but blueberries have a
Miriam,
special place in my heart.
Miriam, they know that. So paint us this picture because, like, for me, fresh produce, it's not only the taste, it's the visualization. Where's the best? Paint us that picture. Where's the best scene that you've had? The best place, the best location where you've had that fresh blueberry. Take it away.
Oh gosh. Honestly, it's with my son right now, is how
Yeah,
I
love
think
it.
about it. And
Okay.
like seeing the fact that he's loving them too, he's just so excited about, especially the larger ones, right? They didn't have
Yeah.
those when I was his age. So my favorite time I eat a blueberry is when I eat it with my son.
Okay. And would that be in your kitchen, or would it be in the car, or would it be when you come out of store?
Honestly, usually it's in front of the TV with him. That's
Yeah, I
the
love
best way
it.
to get him to eat fresh produce.
Yeah, yeah. But this is the whole thing about our
Right.
our world, our community, isn't it? If we can get the likes of your son and my kids not eating other stuff and eating something. There's a fantastic greenhouse grower, tomato grower in the UK. I always talk about a lovely guy called Richard Diplock, and he gets
Yeah.
really teary when he talks about doing school visits. School visits come to his greenhouse, and he has all the tomatoes that. And he could just see that 12-year-old when they eat a tomato, that taste, that excitement. And as he says, Max, we get them for life. If they could have a fresh tomato, get them for life. So that's it. Just like your son with the blueberry.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And we see the same thing too. I know we've done a lot of work with school-age children, and having access to fresh produce through school programs. And you can see that same delight too for kids that are getting to experience fresh produce for the first time. And
Yeah.
I know our Australia team's having a great time too, working with the Wiggles on their fruit and vegetable campaign and getting to bring that to life too.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen the Wiggles campaign, look at it online. It's amazing. Right, we're all a go. Here we go, Miriam. Welcome to the Beanstalk.Global pre-show series for the IFPA Global Produce and Floral Show 2025. I am Max McGillivray from Beanstalk, and before the doors even open, we're setting the agenda, what to watch, who to meet, and why it really matters. We'll be at the event itself with our internationally renowned interview series, plus photographing the movers and shakers. But this series gets you ready now. And talking of movers and shakers, Miriam, you don't need any introduction, but please introduce yourself and what you do, the fantastic job you do at the IFPA. Go.
Well, thanks so much, Max. Hi, everybody. Miriam Wolk. I'm the Chief Membership Officer for International Fresh Produce Association. Really pleased to have the opportunity to engage with our produce and floral companies from around the world. IFPA, I think you all know this, but is the only globally facing and full supply chain organization serving the entire fresh produce and floral industry. And it's going to be a really exciting time for us because all of our members are coming together next week in Anaheim to share solutions and innovation. I'm just super excited to see them.
And Miriam, I'm very lucky because I get to travel to a number of countries to do video, to do photography, to attend events. There's a buzz, there's an excitement about the global produce show. I don't. It's so difficult to positively explain. I don't know if I get really excited about the floral side, as well as the great stands of all the avocado guys and the Mexicans. But I think this mixture of the conference elements in the morning. There's so much to be. I don't know how you cram it into 3 days, Miriam.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, yeah, we certainly get, I would say, a whole year's worth of value into the 3 days. You mentioned, the sessions we have, really excited about the education we have this year. Kathy's State of the Industry is not to be missed. And especially this year, we have a surprise announcement, something
Ooh.
that's really game changing for our industry. So if you're not already planning to attend that, you definitely want to be there and hear that news live and in person. And of course, Sarah Robb O'Hagan, Eric,
Yeah.
Amy, like the stories they're going to be telling to inspire our attendees, it's going to be huge.
Yeah. Again, I feel very, very, very blessed and very privileged that Miriam. I don't know if you see that I'm always sneaking sneaking around with my my high end cameras and video kit right down at the front. I'm hoping that no one sees me. But to be so close to the likes of the co-founder of Netflix, the co-founder of Apple that you've had in the past, and we had the marching band last year. You guys. You do it so well. There's so much theatre when it comes to your event, but it's so important. Just with the way that we are traveling on a health perspective globally, I think we're at a really interesting point in time. I think the market is coming towards us. More people are so interested in whole foods and fresh produce rather than eating foods with ingredients in. So it feels to me that you and your colleagues and the IFPA members globally were just building on something that's going to. Miriam, it's doing good. It's doing good in the long term. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%. I mean, one of the reasons I've been in this industry for 17 years is it's doing great things for great people, right? From the family businesses and the companies that just really are out there to create a healthier world, to embody IFPAs, creating a vibrant future for all. It's a great business to be in, and we really have the opportunity to change the trajectory of human health, and to
Wow.
make the world a better place. And we can all be proud to be part of the fresh produce and floral industry for
I,
sure.
and Miriam, when you just stand back and take aboard what you just said to change the world and make it a better place, and you're not being jingoistic. It's such a true comment. If you want to be fit, and I sometimes get derided for saying this, but that's in the UK, I'll quite often say if we want to have a fit population, we've just got to get them to eat more fresh produce and do more exercise. And I get sometimes criticised because it's a simplification. There's other things, but really, if we just have those two elements, just like the younger people that we were talking about, whether it be your son with blueberries or the kids I was talking about eating tomatoes, if we could get them to eat well and exercise, and whatever they go to do in future life, it's going to progress them. It's going to benefit them, and it's going to benefit their families.
Oh, no question. I mean, I think you see that infused in everything that IFPA is doing. So how are we helping our members increase consumption, increase awareness of their products? What are we doing on the advocacy side?
Yeah.
Our Vice President of Nutrition and Health was just in Brussels meeting on with cardiovascular disease and some of the work that's being done in Europe on the government side. How we influence that? We mentioned the Wiggles campaign, what we're doing in Australia to increase awareness, and certainly the work our foundation's doing as well. I mean, I think it's huge in making sure that people understand exactly what fresh produce and floral also can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
to
Well done.
improve nutrition, improve health in terms of, setting a good mood. And also the work that we're doing in the US on the Make America Healthy Again, too, and how fresh produce is often an answer to some of these questions that are coming up. It's a game changer.
Well done. And if I've had one criticism of our sector globally in comparison to other food sectors, it's been that we've been quite fragmented. We haven't had a collective message. And my relationship with yourself and your colleagues goes back some 8 years now, and this is turning into a bit of an advertorial, but it should do, because what you guys are so good is on a global basis is presenting this message of fresh produce, and it annoys me sometimes with some growers I come across that they don't understand what the likes of the IFPA, what the likes of yourself and your colleagues do. And my view is, look at the broadcast that we've hosted with yourself. Look at the own work that you put out, and crikey, go and visit the Global Produce and Floral Show to see the difference that you're making. And I know, not through my direct influence perhaps, but I know a good handful of growers who've actually got directly engaged and become members of the IFPA, because they know it. Miriam, it's difficult, isn't it? Because it as a membership body, you want people to invest in you, but they can't expect returns overnight. But if we're all as one community, as one team, we're going to do far better as a collective than just one individual trying to sing their own song. We all need to come together and support you and the IFPA.
Yes, thank you, Max. And you used two of my favorite words to talk about what you should get out of being an IFPA member. You talked about investment and you talked about a community. we don't take it lightly, what it takes to be involved in a trade association, and it is an investment. You should see some return on your engagement, and I do feel quite strongly that we deliver that. We've got a strong strategic plan that delivers on worldwide influence, a personalized member experience, and future-proofing the industry. And we're confident that if companies become a part of our community, that they're going to make the business connections they need to succeed. They're going to be able to get involved in advocacy and moving regulation and other things forward for our industry that creates a better business environment. And they're really going to experience the data gathering, the education, the information they need to take their company to the next level. And I mentioned community, you mentioned community. IFPA is a community,
Yeah,
right? It's
well done.
it's about the people, it's about the individuals within our membership that are just so passionate about what their companies do and what this industry does, and really committed to lifting up the industry in total. And I think as you said, you've met people that have come to the event, and it's really opened their eyes just on the value IFPA can provide 365 days a year.
Yeah, well done. And I'm guessing that with members, what's that expression, Miriam? That the more you put in, the more you get out. That I suppose you could become a member of the IFPA, and you could just stand back and just watch the progress. Or
Yeah.
again, if we all are doing this sort of thing, or attending the show and just getting involved and seeing an opportunity. And Miriam, we don't all have the answers. If there's a particular individual who might have a suggestion as to how we can progress a certain element, whether it be on a technical, legal, marketing perspective, I'm guessing you and your colleagues within the IFPA are up for that collaboration. You're very open to that.
Oh, 100%. I would say yes, definitely our staff is very open to being supportive, and our members too. I mentioned our members being a community, so they're very open to making connections and helping each other. I'm really proud of the work we did this year too to evolve our volunteer leadership structure to support our strategic plan. Where we created different opportunities for people to engage within their markets, within different professional areas, as well as in communities of practice that are of interest. And we also created issues forums where members could be parts of conversations to learn from each other. So, absolutely, I feel like this is a great place to go if you're looking to connect and learn more.
Excellent. And just to wrap up, when you've got that moment at the event when things are really going well, and you've got a bit of time in your hands, you got this odd gap between meetings, Miriam. Where do you like to go within the show? What do you like to go and see? You're a very curious individual, I know. What
I
else do you
am.
want to see? What else do you want to learn from the show?
Yeah, great question, Max. So, you mentioned floral, how much you enjoy floral earlier this year. So, we've
Yep.
got a whole hall dedicated to floral. And so make sure that you stop by that North Hall just to see that what our floral exhibitors have. We've got our new product showcase out front. It's really great to see some of the new items that our exhibitors are showcasing that they want to make sure everyone's aware of. And also the future tech
Oh,
showcase
well
that we
done.
have near our booth. Great place to see some of the new up and coming technologies for our industry. And I would say make sure you come by the IFPA booth. That's really the place to go if you have a question, need assistance at the event, or just want to learn a little bit more.
Well done. So, the Global Produce and Floral Show 2025. I'm so excited for you all, and I feel so privileged to be able to come and video and run photography there. So I'm going to be curious. I want to get more engaged with the community. This is a positive change that your colleagues at IFPA and everyone that's participating in the show is going to make, not just in Anaheim but globally.
Absolutely. Yes, we are just excited about the next 3 days, but honestly, we're excited about the future and the potential for our industry. So we're going to have an amazing time in Anaheim, but the work doesn't stop there.
Well done. The future's so bright. We've got to wear shades and eat lots of
Yes.
blueberries.
Lots of blueberries and watermelon too. Right. I like that background you got
and,
there, Max.
and,
So
and veggies and salads
veggies,
and
Brussels
uh,
sprouts, asparagus,
yep.
tomato to mention, name it all.
Yes. What whilst purchasing flowers, because we know that flowers are so good for our mental health, and they look beautiful. Miriam, thank you very much for your time. Look forward to seeing you in Anaheim, and travel safely there.
All right. Thanks so much, Max. See you there.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.